In December last year, I decided that I was finally going to make a big game and finish it working on it full time. I couldn't come up with any more fulfilling ideas than that for the single life I was given, so I went ahead and began. What you're seeing are screenshots taken periodically throughout development. If you look closely, you can see the different stages and strategies I might have been at. But most of these screenshots focus on the art and mechanics. What you can't see here, however, is the writing, which is what I spent most of the development time on. I wanted to make a game that was more than just a dopamine hit. But as I wrote the story of this game, a problem quickly became apparent. I was getting so attached to the story that I had been writing that I was falling behind in making the game actually fun. You know, the classic story game issue. And more so, I couldn't put the story down because I had become attached to it. I attached important parts of my life to it. Things that I once considered staples of my life were being represented in the story, such as my friends and family. It simply became too important to mess up. And along with that, I was also trying to make money off the game, since if I wanted to work on it full time, it would have to be financially stable. But the conflict between trying to make something for the market and trying to make something impactful was just too much. I was constantly forcing myself to just tone it down and make it fun, make it understandable to masses. And that ultimately detracted from the amount of time and meaning I could put into the story. But because I was emotionally attached to the story, I couldn't bring myself to make something that I think would sell. And thus I couldn't work on it full time anymore. And the worst part is that I realized this entire process, from the end of December to the end of March, the first 3 months of the year, I've done it all before. I thought that it would be different when I committed to myself working on a story game full time, but it wasn't. In high school, I made the same type of game, with the same type of goals, the same hopes, the same dreams, and ultimately with the same outcome. Just a little demo released on itch.io, played by a few people, enjoyed by a few people. You know, nothing big and extraordinary. Nothing that I felt like could last for a lifetime in people's hearts. With all this negativity, I should say that this is not a disclaimer to never make story games. The world desperately needs games that are more than just simple dopamine hits. It needs story games that are big enough and beautiful enough to compete with the extremely popular dopamine hits that are rotting everybody's brain and just taking over the world. And I'm not saying dopamine hit games should be destroyed. I think they're pretty fun sometimes, but there's an imbalance going on right now. And I I wish I could have been the one to fix it, but I don't think I am. At least not yet. In the future, I might come back and I might still try to do something about this, but I hope that whoever's watched this isn't discouraged but actually inspired to keep making story games, because throughout these screenshots, when I was taking them, because the reason I actually took all these screenshots wasn't just so I could make a video out of them. It wasn't just so I could document the process of making the game. Each one of these screenshots were actually taken when I found a glimmer of subtle hope within development, an excitement that was too much to contain to myself, that I had to share it in the moment or save it to share it with other people later. And it was these moments when I had to take these screenshots that showed me that while it's hard to make story games, it's not impossible. I know that it's a thin line to success, but if enough incredible developers can push through and rely on these subtle moments of hope, I think some incredible games can be made that can be played by all sorts of people.